welcome back to another video. Let's get started. So when I was in elementary school, I loved watching My Little Pony, and I accidentally rekindled that love of My Little Pony characters to my now adulthood. And that isn't because of me watching a lot of redraw videos, a lot of videos about the My Little Pony characters, but also seeing clips on TikTok video. But I just really wanted to throw my hat in to see if I could draw or attempt to draw the main six in my own style. So for these videos, I'm going to be first drawing main six, then my favorite My Little Pony characters, and finally the new generation, and also a My Little Pony OC. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and let's get started. So the first character I wanted to redesign is Pinkie Pie. So for my design on Pinkie Pie, I wanted to make sure that she had pink fluffy pigtails, and I wanted to make sure that she also had her cutie mark on her cheek, because I feel that Pinkie Pie would be the person to do face painting. But also I also picture Pinkie Pie creating candy bracelets for her and her friends. I also picture her painting on her clothes, like adding little sprinkles here and there and adding frosting at the bottom of her pants. And then for her shoes, I wanted to do it two different types of colored shoes, because I feel like Pinkie Pie is that type of person to not care about what shoe is the right color. Same thing with socks. I feel like she would have one pink sock and a blue sock. So I really like this design of Pinkie Pie, and on to the next drawing. The next My Little Pony character is Applejack. For Applejack, I wanted to make sure that I kept her cowboy hat, but also make sure that she didn't have braids, because I felt like the braids were a little bit too complex, but also a little bit too much on the big hair. So I gave her pigtails also, because I feel like she would also be the type of person to wear pigtails, but also ask Pinkie Pie to do her pigtails. I wanted to give her a big belt buckle of an apple, but also make sure to have those apple elements on her boots too, because she is from the apple family orchard. So I wanted to make sure that her apples represent her family, but also represent herself. I also really like how I did the blouse / shirt. Next is Rainbow Dash. So originally I was going to redraw this Rainbow Dash into a different design, but also a different pose, because I forgot and I didn't realize that Rainbow Dash isn't the strongest in the main six, it's Applejack. So when I look back at this drawing, I saw a little bit of imperfection because I didn't realize that Applejack was the strongest. I didn't like how the mullet was looking, but also I just didn't like how some of the colors look brighter than others. So originally, again, I was going to redraw this, but after a while sitting on it and looking at it, I was like, okay, maybe some will like it, maybe others won't like it, but hey, art isn't perfect. I wanted to make sure that she still had her rainbow elements, just like in Applejack's drawing where she had apples. So I made sure to give her rainbow socks, rainbow scarf, and her rainbow hair. Next is Fluttershy. So Fluttershy's design was really quick and simple because I already knew what I wanted to have for Fluttershy's design. I wanted to give her a cardigan, I wanted to give her about a 3 to 4 layer dress, and then I also wanted to make sure that I had her iconic flip over. And I really like this design a lot. I made sure to put in her cutie marks at the bottom of her cardigan and on the sleeves, and yeah, I really like how simple and easy. Next is Rarity. Rarity, it has always been a favorite of mine because of how elegant she is, but also how compassionate she is. I really wanted to make sure that I gave Rarity a vest, but then I changed it to being a willy shirt and a vest, a skirt, and go-go boots, because I feel like she would be the type of person to wear go-go boots and also wear a lot of beautiful, elegant makeup and have a beauty mark. I also wanted to make sure that her hair was nice and curly and pretty, but also I wanted to give her nails too, and I like this. Next is Twilight Sparkle. I really like her original design in the beginning of the season where she didn't have wings, because I feel like Twilight was the type of person to show that even though she's not a princess and even though she still is a unicorn, she's still able to show that she is the smartest but also the most ambitious person that everybody is known to love her. I gave her bag because I wanted to give an homage to Equestria Girls, but I also wanted to make sure that I didn't want to give her glasses, because I feel like when they were designing the Twilight in Human World or in Equestria Girls, I felt like it wasn't that much of a nicer design, but I wanted to make sure that she still had her iconic stars and her cute little headband. It wouldn't be a My Little Pony video without Spike. So when I wanted to create Spike, I kept on confusing myself but choosing between either a bearded dragon or a dog. But then rewatching the Equestria Girls again, I felt like him being a dog, he was showing that he was more useful, but also showing that he was more elegant and fast on his feet. So I think doing the dog design is really good, and I like how this looks, even though it looks so weird. That's it. All 6 of My Little Pony characters, including Spike. I really like how this video looked, and also I really had fun drawing these characters. I hope that you liked this video, and don't worry, these drawings are going to be up on my Instagram at deadbonesarts. I hope you have a nice day, night, or afternoon, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye!